CS2's Dana Kozlov is live at Northwestern Hospital where the commander was taken. Dana.
Rob, this is the scene outside Northwestern Memorial Hospital's emergency room. Right now, all of these officers and their vehicles lined up outside the emergency room. They are getting ready to formally escort Commander Paul Bauer's body to the morgue. It is what they do after a police officer is shot and killed. It is a sign of respect, a show of respect, and a show of honor for their fallen fellow officer. Now, Police Superintendent Eddie Johnson arrived here at the hospital maybe 15 minutes after Commander Bauer did. Police blocked off Erie to allow officers and Bauer's family to get here, and fellow officers as well. After almost 2 hours, Superintendent Johnson came outside to officially announce that Bauer had been killed trying to apprehend that suspect.
Now, I just ask citizens of this city to keep the Bauer family in their prayers. I've been meeting with his wife and daughter. It's a difficult day for us, but we will get through it. But again, I just ask the entire city for your thoughts and prayers. You know, any loss of life in this city is tragic. Today is difficult. Thank you all.
Again, this is the scene outside Northwestern Memorial Hospital's emergency room here on Erie. There are easily more than a dozen police officers here. They are lined up outside the emergency room entrance. There are also officers on horseback here. They are waiting for Commander Paul Bauer's body to be taken to the morgue. It will be a formal procession, as is customary. A formal procession, a slow-moving procession here that will ultimately travel to the morgue on the city's west side. It is a show of honor. It is a show of respect. It is as the superintendent said, a very, very difficult day, though, for the city of Chicago, but especially for the Chicago Police Department. As the superintendent said, Commander Bauer leaves behind a wife and a daughter. He was shot and killed, as Charlie mentioned this afternoon, trying to apprehend a suspect. With the procession now moving, formally leaving Northwestern Memorial Hospital's emergency room. Those are officers on horseback. They will also take part in what is usually an extremely emotional and somber procession. It is something that, as a reporter for almost 25 years in Chicago, is also personally moving to me. And in fact, I remember meeting and having many friendly interactions with Commander Bauer over the years. He was always extremely helpful, extremely friendly. And again, these are his fellow officers here today, getting ready to lead and escort Commander Paul Bauer's body to the morgue from Northwestern Memorial Hospital. The procession will likely it is usually very slow moving. They will block off streets as they have blocked off Erie here outside the hospital. It could take anywhere from, 20 minutes to an hour. But again, it is done to show respect and honor to their fellow fallen officer killed just a few hours ago, off duty, responding to a call on his police radio to help tactical officers apprehend a suspect.
Dana, you said that you've done many stories.
Point, we understand.
Dana, can you hear me? It's Rob and Erica.
I can't. I'm sorry, Rob.
You said you've done many stories with him, and you said how friendly and professional he was. I mean, why don't you talk a little bit about that, having met him in a professional realm?
Well, these were all encounters, on the street, covering various stories over the years. And I recognize him because I recognized his picture when it was mailed to me. This, I believe, is Commander Bauer's body being taken by Chicago Fire Department ambulance to the morgue, followed by other fire department vehicles and ultimately his fellow officers. But what I remember about him, he was always very helpful. He was friendly. He was always smiling. And he treated, at least me, with a lot of respect, which doesn't always happen at crime scenes or scenes of protests or whatnot. And you can tell just by the presence here, he was deeply admired and respected by his colleagues.